Hello everyone, welcome back to How Fred Does It. Today we're going to set up some of my favorite hot tent gear for an overnighter in the backyard. It's a busy holiday weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. With no time, it was very busy, so I didn't have time to get out to the lake. So we're expecting temperatures in the low 30s tonight. Should be a good freezing night. And I've been hankering for a hot tent outing and needing a break. So we're going to just go ahead and set up in the backyard and see how the night goes. Today we've got the Pomoly Dweller Mini wood stove. I love this little stove. It comes with a nice case, but it's got a nice big glass front for its size. Stays pretty clean and gives off a little ambiance while you're burning overnight. And we've got the OneTigris Solo Homestead TC. It's canvas hot tent. I prefer the canvas hot tents myself. I've got a couple of others, but I really like the canvas tents better. And we've got DOD extra wide self-inflating mat here, and it's an all-weather 4-inch thick mat when it's fully inflated, and I've got it in a bedroll with a canvas cover and a couple of wool blankets. Keeps me good and warm. And we've got a felt welding blanket that I put down under the stove. I usually set that little stove on a cookie sheet just to make it a little more stable, and with that felt liner underneath it, and pretty good and safe. And I've always got a CO2 monitor as well, just for safety, and a fire extinguisher handy. So yeah, we'll get set up. I usually put a ground tarp under the tent, usually just a heavy blue tarp. I know this tent's got a floor in it. It's not really needed, but I feel better. Protects the floor of the tent, keeps from getting dirty, and gives you a little more moisture barrier as well. Up here in the Pacific Northwest, seems like it's always wet. So, well, we'll get going here with it. Well, here's the tent pretty much set up. Got the stove in there, got a couple of piles of wood, fire extinguisher, little seat, table. I'll get my little stove out for coffee in the morning. Walk around here a little bit. Got it all pegged out pretty good. It's a good looking tent. I got the chimney all tied down, so that's safe. It's not tight. It's just tied in place there. The only thing about this tent that I really don't like is the windows are on the wrong side. I think they really should be on the front half, because when you got the chimney, you know, in there, and you're running the stove and you want to put a tarp over it, the tarp's on the front half. And if it's raining, you can't open those windows and get vent across there. So, other than that, it's a pretty good tent. I enjoy it. So, we'll catch you again here in a little while when we hunker down for the night. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and get fire started here. I've got these homemade fire starters. Just a milk carton with dryer lint and old candles melted down, poured in, and cut them up or break them up. Make great little fire starters. Burn quite a while. This thing takes some pretty small wood, so we'll go ahead and get some small pieces started in here. Got my stove fan. It'll start turning here in a little bit. Keep this place nice and warm. This one issue with this tent is where the stove jack is. Most stoves are sitting right out almost in the middle of the tent, and you don't have a lot of room. So I ended up putting a couple 45s and offsetting it back a little bit, especially with this extra wide mat. And then I've got this canvas tarp. I've got some flame retardant on it just in case. And I put this little tray in front because this is so small that occasionally when you open it up you'll get little pieces fall out, so that'll keep them in the tray. And I've got I think I said carbon dioxide tester earlier. It's carbon monoxide, but I've always got this in here with me. I usually set it up on the table just behind me here, just as a little precaution. I'll set that up here a little later. It's my little bag of tricks, the red light flash, so I know the battery's good. Got myself a little fire extinguisher here. I believe the damper is open right now, but it doesn't hold a lot of wood. It goes through it pretty quick. About every hour and a half you gotta feed it some more wood. There's a little baffle in there that kind of keeps some of the wood from fitting if you get it just a little too long. I'll try a little bit smaller piece here right now. Once it gets going, you get some coals down in there, you can load it up pretty well. The only other thing about this stove that kind of bothers me is they did the chimney pipe pieces backwards, so up here in the Pacific Northwest don't have a lot of hardwoods available, so you get a lot of that creosote kind of dripping back down, and instead of running down inside the pipe, being as the pipe pieces are all backwards, it leaks out and drips down the outside, which makes a heck of a mess on the pipes when you try to take them apart. But I thought about trying to find a piece that would flip that around right out of the top, but I haven't found one yet, so maybe eventually. And so yeah, it'll get going here shortly. The fan will come on and help blow some warm air. I'm getting visited by one of my puppies here, Zaffer. Come here, Zaffer. Oh, yep, knocked the camera down. That's okay. Anyway, so yeah, we'll bring you back again a little later. Well, it's about 5 o'clock. We've got the fire burning good. It's About 39 outside and about 70 in here. Nice t-shirt weather. And I can tell already that I need to work on my lighting a little bit. I got the my wood piles all ready to go, and got my table over here for the morning. I got my alarm there, and I got my smallest puppy with me today. I don't. She'll show up here. I got Zaffer with me. My furry boss. She doesn't mind the fire in the tent, but my other puppy, she doesn't like it. I don't know if she smells the smoke, and you always get a little smoke, but she won't stay in the tent anymore. So it's just me and the littlest puppy. So anyway, we'll let you all go. We'll bring it back for coffee in the morning, sit down and have a cup of coffee, but otherwise, this is where we're spending the evening. It'll be nice and warm in here, and sure is nice to get back out in the tent, even if we are in the yard for the night. And eventually we'll get out to the lake and get up the big bell tent and a nice stove and do some cooking and have a nice video. So you all take care, and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good afternoon. It's about 1 o'clock. I did some takes this morning doing coffee in a tent. It was just too dark like last night. I've got to get some better lighting. I had a couple of lanterns in there, and it just wasn't enough light. Otherwise, the night in the tent went really well. It was about 32 degrees when I woke up this morning, about 4 o'clock, and shy of having to put wood in a little tiny fireplace every hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. Yeah, I didn't even need blankets most of the night. That tent was well over 70 degrees. It's a nice little tent. I really like the way it holds the heat in. That little fireplace, once it gets cranking, you can shut it all the way down, close the damper on the top and air vents on the bottom, and it just kind of sit there and cook away. And man, it'll drive you right out of that tent, even as small as that little mini dweller stove is. The biggest problem with that is, like I say, the chimney pieces are backwards, so the creosote runs down the outsides of the pipes. Burning even dry pine. Everything I had been on the pile, covered for over a year, and I still got some. Not as bad as other times, but yeah, that's kind of a bummer that Pomoly wouldn't know better than to turn their chimney pieces the other direction, so the stuff flows inside the pipes and gets burned off. But it is what it is. It's a great little stove. You can make a cup of coffee on it. That's about it. You're not really going to cook on there. You can heat some water for a freeze-dried food or something, but that's okay. I just plan when I go with that I use a stove for cooking, and just do my coffee on the fireplace. So, well, with that, I'll let you guys go. I've ordered some lighting, and hopefully we won't have that issue. We'll put a couple of little clips of the darkness in there, just so you can see yet another new item of learning as we start this channel out. But anyway, this is Fred from How Fred Does It. That's how I did it, and hope you all have a great day, and see you soon.